at 22, I gave my brother. Look, you know I'm not your daddy, but you know I still laid your mother. Yo, free, should I back away? If I empty my pocket, it look like St. Patrick's Day.
Come on.
After I beat cancer, I'm not going to get money with you when you didn't even value my life.
Curtis D.I.Wire.
D.I.Wires, hip-hop heads and battle rap fans, I know you remember this time period. I just know it. It's the early 2000s, and BET is still showing music videos. Hello. Specifically on a show called 106 in Park. And damn it, man, it brings so much nostalgia when I think about the event they had specifically on Fridays. They would have two unsigned artists come together and battle one another live in front of millions and millions of people watching on TV, as well as a live studio audience and celebrity guests. Of course, this weekly series on 106 in Park was called Freestyle Friday. And for me, being a young MC, this is the first time I was really exposed to a lot of East Coast rappers that I could not find online, but they were in the battle rap scene community. The only thing I knew in terms of battle rap at that time was just the people I was battle rapping in a lunch line. So, with that said, there was somebody that made a lasting impression, somebody who is considered the GOAT in the conversation of Freestyle Friday. That would, of course, be a gentleman named Poster Boy. Poster Boy was a 7-time champion. Matter of fact, not only was a 7-time champion of this series, whooping ass every single Friday, but he was one of the first artists who wasn't signed to appear on Rap City shortly after. We're going to go ahead and not only highlight some of the things that he accomplished through this particular series and his career and his legacy, but we also got to make sure that we honor a story of resilience, man, because it is very unfortunate news that a couple of days ago it was reported that battle rap legend Poster Boy passed away at the age of 43. Poster Boy, man, is a cancer survivor. Poster Boy was the first winner of BET's 106 in Park Freestyle Friday and had been honored in the show's Hall of Fame. Poster Boy has reportedly passed away at the age of 43, according to a number of fellow artists on social media. The Harlem rapper was best known for being the first winner of BET's 106 in Park Freestyle Friday. He later went on to be honored in the Freestyle Friday Hall of Fame. He has also released several popular songs such as Jurassic Harlem, that is definitely one of the most popular songs from his catalog, and worked with tons of renowned artists including Nelly, Clips, Raekwon, and Talib Kweli. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I was keeping up with all the things that he was doing after that show. I definitely had questions because he was somebody who made a huge impact at that time. I heard him pop up with features, but you just never know what some of these artists are going through behind the scenes in this industry. He talked about that in an interview. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's keep on going. The article goes on to say Poster Boy's family has yet to put out an official statement confirming his death, and there is still no cause of death regarding his passing. He previously opened up about battling cancer during an interview with All Hip Hop back in 2006. So he has been going through this for almost 20 years. At the time, he revealed that he had to undergo emergency surgery to remove one of his testicles and endured 5 months of chemotherapy. Some of this was actually happening while he was still signed. And when you hear him talk about the story, it just gives you a sobering point of view of how cold this industry can be. Before we get to that, let's make sure we highlight this brother and his accomplishments because, man, like I said, he made a hell of an impression. We're going to just run through his rounds, some of his best rounds in this video that you can find on BET Networks. It is called The Best of Freestyle Fridays, and how can you have the best without honoring the person that won first? So without further ado, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a reintroduction of Poster Boy.
Yo, my team wild out when I front. They beat you down, make it bleed like the time of the month. And at 22, I gave my brother. Look, you know I'm not your daddy, but you know I still laid your mother. Yo, free, should I back away? If I empty my pocket, it look like St. Patrick's Day.
Come on.
Be the first lady, dead rapper. If you ever say my name, you'll bleed like a red snapper. Understand me now? He think he cute. That's his best friend, hand-me-downs.
Come on, man. Hey, let him know.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
For those too young to have experienced what this show was, I still get goosebumps watching it. Some of the lines, of course, age themselves out because there's references to things that are recent of the time, but it was just understanding what it's like to be in that person's shoes or imagining it. You're in front of a live studio audience. You know there's millions of people watching you from their televisions. You're rapping in front of these folks, and you got an instrumental on, and you got to make sure that you not only are delivering these punchlines, but that it's actually a freestyle. Most of the stuff that you're hearing was freestyles, probably mixed with a little bit of writtens, but man, the pressure was on, and then you're in front of people behind you that are celebrities and artists in the game that could get you signed at a time when getting signed was still very appealing to many artists. He's killing it, and you censored. What?
Clown, Shaheed, get around. I had your girl before you, and I could still hit it now. Playboy, you know my title. I'ma bring Mace back, let him spit and hold the Bible. I'm a certified player with a license to G. You ain't a thug, you a punk who be fighting your sleep. Yo, hey, we could do one joint. I been had money, cause I put your mother on Hunts Point. You
Like, first of all, the degree of difficulty, dog. Like, I just need you to understand the degree of difficulty in that you're on the spot right now. If you fall off the beat, there is no do-overs. That, and then also, too, this audience is not going to be able to replay this on YouTube or anywhere else because social media is nowhere near what it is. It doesn't even exist at this point in time. I'm talking about 2001. You're not watching this again. You could only experience this once and go talk about it all week next week. Oh my goodness, I remember this time.
the type run around, scream Harlem fake. You ain't a thug, you a punk doing the Harlem shake. I'm a star in the hood, but I'm big in England. Shots in your ribs, now your ribs is tingling. My ring to blind you, let me remind you.
And he was so smooth, the punchlines wasn't over the top. Even the way he dressed wasn't over the top. Poster Boy was like, I am locked in. And I am coming to take down whoever is in front of my face right now. I don't care who you are. I know what this moment represents. Poster Boy did not come to play. And some people came on that show dressed up as damn clowns. You can go watch them other clips. And Poster Boy was not to be played with, dog.
Hey yo, my name Poster Boy. Everybody say that I'm hot. You threw your album off the roof just to say that it dropped. You the type clean my house and
How many he got the do-rag, he got the rag around the wrist, he got the hat. Oh yeah, this is definitely a time period that some of us remember vividly.
wash my floors. You my son cause I make you hand wash my drawers. I heard that you running your mouth and fussing. You gon' leave 106 with a mouth concussion. Why you mad cause a girl wanna hit me off? Even a rapper with a deal couldn't get me off. My ring to blind you, so let me remind you. If your father had a label, son, he wouldn't sign you.
The funniest part is watching these people reacting to they getting their ass whooped. Let me hit the button for that one.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
The funniest part is watching these people try to act like it almost like they acting, like they're standing in as an actor for themselves. Poster Boy whooping their ass and they like, that ain't even that hard. What? Like, why are you overselling the shit? What? Oh man, there's a way. That was always the funniest shit to me. I don't think it was as funny back in the day. Now when I watch this, like it's this is why Poster Boy was so damn cold. He had a very stoic demeanor and locked in and killed whoever was sitting in front of him.
You's a nobody, that's what it say on your state ID. Kill you in 30 seconds, that's faster than HIV, homie.
See, this is an infamous battle where a lot of folks are remembering that he was battling Hell Rail, the Dipset Hell Rail, the Diplomats Hell Rail in this particular battle. You can find the full one, of course, on YouTube, but seeing this type of lyricism be appreciated, even though it is a very edited version, is censored, seeing it be appreciated on a platform as big as a BET was huge. And I think for a lot of us, this was like our first gateway drug into, I think I want to rap for the rest of my life.
I put the thing in your mouth. I leave your brains on the stage so I see what you thinking about.
I put your brains on the stage so you see what you think. So I see what you thinking about. What?
Oh yeah, your girl stopped in my house. She gave me CPR down low, player, not in my mouth. Play your part for the 9 come out. You got potential, you'll be nice around the time Sean come out. Are you taking the drug? Stop hating the thug. I ain't giving up the belt, player, taking in blood.
Drop the beat, drop the beat.
Let's go, man. Yo, hey yo, the show won't retire the vet. Look at the ring, that costs more your time and check.
So we're going to talk about this, but Poster Boy signed with Universal Records, and it also says here, wasn't able to confirm this, but it said he later had a deal with Tommy Boy. So being on this show puts you in front of a lot of different people, puts you in front of so many influential people in the industry, because at this time we had more of a mainstream that all of us took part in or that all of us were watching at the same time. It wasn't all these streaming platforms that separate our viewing experiences. All of us, even with different cable companies, was watching these same TV shows around the same damn time.
Hey, you wanna see me under? Don't look at the wrist. You wind up like Stevie Wonder in the hood with a thug rest. You don't think you my son? After the show, we could go take a blood test. Your girl, she wanna see me pee. Shahi, Razor and BOT. I spit hot. When the clip pop, I crip your style and make you live hip hop.
See, the beautiful part about it too is like you can't just get in here and go spiritual, miracle, lyrical. Because you still are in an audience full of people whose favorite rapper is probably a young Bow Wow or Chris Brown. So if you don't have punchlines that can bring them in, this is why I think a lot of folks like Blind Fury and Jen were so successful on this show, because they were able to incorporate the entertainment value. But he, to me, was like a true to form lyricist, a representation of that time period, and just how the most elite unsigned bar spitters would sound.
Dog, I ain't hearing you. Kodak got a business trying to picture me fearing you, dog.
Kodak got a business trying to picture me fearing you. Come on, man.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Rest in peace to the legend. So I want to go ahead and highlight another clip here. This clip is, of course, on another popular series on BET. Like, BET really had a really beautiful lineup. Rap City was another one of those shows we got to know a lot of our favorite rappers on a very personal level. Rap City also had a in the booth portion of the show, and this is Poster Boy getting off in the booth with Fabulous on this episode. Mind you, he don't even got a deal at this time, which is even crazier.
Yeah, Poster Boy. Yo, hey yo, check, yo, hey yo, the kid keep a 22 under the blouse, and my girl got a dead body under the house. And you know I keep it gangsta, I don't run to the south. My 16s move the crowd from the gun to the mouth. In a minute, me and Free gon' smash the market. Puff, puff, exhale, mom pass the chocolate. When I see the whip, they run right to it. All they get is hard pipe and some white fluid. A star in the hood, but I'm bigger in Brazil and kill a booth and leave Tigger on the wheel. You see me, VIP guest room, and real men kill men in the restroom. So Shahi blessed to be. If I wave my arm, it look like 42nd Street. Bling, it's quiet here. You could tell I'm in the club when police in riot gear. Everybody wants shot in they photo pictures, cause I walk in the tunnel with them go-go strippers. It's a rumor that I twist Mariah, but I'm really up in Quad Studio trying to get with Maya. My fiend that had me, y'all seen.
Everybody was trying to get with Maya at that time, so that was for sure with a lot of rappers' punchlines at that time period. Keep going, Poster.
The caddy, hubcaps poke out like Trina Fatty, and I never get a D8 proof. They just find the promoter stabbed up in the DJ booth. Yeah.
Man, a true legend, a true legend, a true legend. I always was curious what happened to the brother, and we know how this industry is, especially when the last conversation is about him possibly negotiating, signing in different places. Well, I found this interview from 6 years ago because I was not aware of him beating cancer 2 times. In this particular timestamp, Poster Boy talks on the International Zoe YouTube channel about being diagnosed with testicular cancer, and he was given 6 months to live on Father's Day. Please listen to this story.
So what happens after the surgery? Now, how long is the recovery, and like what happens with your career at that point?
The recovery was like a year and 4 months. Something like that, because I lost all my hair.
Wow.
Something that you cherish so much.
Something that I cherish so much. Something that I almost blew my opportunity at 106 and Park.
So according to another timestamp in this video, he almost lost his opportunity to be on Freestyle Friday because he wanted to make sure he got a haircut before being on there. Like I told you, this is a big deal. You know you finna be seen by any and everybody that watches this popular show.
Well, I lost all my hair. Like, I was 2 complexions darker than my original complexion.
Is that from the medication?
Yes, that's from chemotherapy. I was 6 months of chemotherapy. I lost like my fingernails, like my eyebrows, my eyelashes. So I had dark spots on my face. So it was like I had to get a Vino and all these special creams, and I had a hunchback because the 180 staples on my stomach. So I had to
180 staples, bro.
learn to stand up straight and walk straight. So that was like a year and 4 months. And as far as the music part, I didn't feel like I was getting supported. I felt like while I was in there going through that, I'll be getting calls like, we ready to ship the album. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting. When you think you're gonna be out of the hospital.
Excuse me? Just had surgery on testicular cancer and given 6 months to live if things don't go according to a life-threatening illness, and they want to know when you're going to be back out here to promote this album? If you don't get off my phone with this shit, but are you surprised at this industry? And the label he was under was a label underneath UMG. Are you really surprised? It is a business for them. That is as cold as it gets. But at this point, life has got to look very different. And I'm sure that he himself wanted to be out there, but I'm sure life is drastically different. Forget about your career, drastically different for you as a man, as a family man, as all these things. Is a lot of adjusting that has to happen in this new body, in this new mind. So the idea of them trying to pressure him to get out there sooner to promote the album is insane to me.
And I'm like, I got 6 months to live. Like, I know y'all done put the bag up in this business, but certain situations when it's life and death, like that business shit go to the side.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't be talking about no goddamn album sales.
That
and these
part.
people told me I got 6 months to live.
Right.
So I thought they was looking at me like a dollar sign opposed to sympathizing and dealing with what I'm going on, what's going on, you know? So I requested to be out of my deal. Because I feel like after I beat cancer, I'm not going to get money with you when you didn't even value my life. You know what I mean? Right. What if he couldn't bring me back on the death table?
Right.
You didn't even value my life. You was just looking at me like a dollar sign. Mm-hmm. So I can't. That's bad business.
I agree. And shout out to him for making that decision.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
I know that's not an easy one, especially when people are looking at you and they're seeing you and they're like, man, hey, what's going on after 106? Like, what you want? I know you getting ready to drop, bro. You got all kind of crazy momentum. I could only imagine the pressure to want to make sure that you even live up to your own goals and expectations. But when life hands you a diagnosis like that, you don't have a choice but to look at life from a very different lens. But regardless, Poster Boy made his mark already and touched a lot of people in this industry. Sky Zoo remembers Poster Boy. He says, damn, R.I.P. Poster Boy as a 106 in Park alumni. The run Poster started made that audition line wrap around the corner twice after he retired 7 straight. So, of course, he's talking about there were auditions for people who saw his success, saw his rise, and were like, yo, I want to be a part of this. Because like I said, everybody, especially if you rapping, you were tapped into Freestyle Friday. We all wanted in. Much love to his legacy and strength to his family, indeed. Someone else, another monster lyricist and someone who teaches the art. We had him on here for an interview here recently. My guy, Mickey Fax, remembered Poster Boy and gave a perspective a lot of us on the West Coast wouldn't have. But listen to the words that he had to share about the brother here.
Facts check this time from myself, courtesy of my bro, DJ Boogie Blind. Rest in peace to Poster Boy. For those that don't know, Poster Boy passed away yesterday, it seems. This was a guy who was the very first ever winner of the 106 in Park Freestyle Friday scenarios. He put out a record called Jurassic Harlem, sampling Jurassic Park. Great style, great MC. He is no longer with us. We want to give our condolences and allow privacy to the family as they grieve this terrible situation. He was a King Towers / Foster Projects legend, Harlem pioneer, nothing but love and respect, support in any way that you can. Long live lyricism.
Rest in peace to the legendary Poster Boy. You know, I hate that there are geniuses at their craft and trailblazers like this that don't always get the just due respect if they fall out of the mainstream conversation, out of the mainstream light. But I do love that we live in a period of time where we're able to kind of trace back a lot of the stories and things that he himself was transparent enough to share. All I know is, even though I never had an opportunity to meet this brother, I, like many other people, were inspired by the way that he went up there and handled himself on that Freestyle Friday stage. A lot of us were living vicariously through these moments, especially when it's like, yo, that's our guy now. We want to see you win. I think that he showed a lot of us how you handle yourself in these television environments where they censor you and you can't really get off your stuff the way that battle rap is today. There's a lot of people that I know that were inspired by this brother. So I want to make sure that we not only honored his legacy, but also honored his skill set. My condolences to his family and friends that are affected. DIYers, man, give me a poster boy memory, a poster boy line, whatever the case may be. I think it's important, especially for us in this content creation space, to celebrate those who may not necessarily always be in the mainstream conversations, but damn it, this brother was somebody that became a household name in a very unconventional way at this time period, especially if your household happens to love hip-hop. DIYers, those are my thoughts. You let me know what you think.